All makes sense now. The sacrifice symbol live and direct.
The wild stuff circling Jake Paul's opponents just keeps stacking up, and it's getting hard to ignore. He's faced roughly 13 fighters, and almost every one of them later ran into serious trouble. Health scares or major life setbacks, way too close together to feel normal. We're talking reports of near-death emergencies, a deadly car crash, and multiple careers and personal lives going off the rails, all packed into about 4 years. Now add this. Not long after a bout with Jake, reports online claim Anthony Joshua was involved in a serious crash in Nigeria just days later.
Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
That's where the internet went into overdrive. People started resurfacing old Kanye comments about sacrifices in the industry, and timelines got dissected hard. Some commenters even claimed the crash wasn't random, saying he went off script and didn't let Jake win like he was supposed to, at least according to unproven chatter online. Then things got even darker, at least in rumorland. A few posts pushed an extreme theory that Anthony sold his soul, and the 2 adults who died in the crash were part of some so-called sacrifice. Again, pure speculation with zero proof. Others started comparing it to a separate accident in Nigeria last year, which tragically resulted in the death of a teenage girl, a situation that was widely reported as an accident and handled by authorities. Still, the internet keeps connecting dots, real or not, and that's what's got people talking non-stop. And now, here's where it really twists up. Jake Paul is out here publicly saying he wants his next fight in Ghana, and that alone set the internet on fire. So people are asking straight up, what's really happening here? Was Anthony Joshua's crash truly just a freak accident, or is there something way more disturbing bubbling under the surface? Social media completely lost control after the news broke, and the theories are getting louder, wilder, and more unhinged by the hour. A lot of users are now convinced this wasn't random at all. Some posts going viral are saying things like, Anthony didn't follow the script and is now being targeted, and he's marked because Netflix is involved in the cabal. Others went even further, claiming the plan was for Anthony Joshua to lose as a sacrifice, and comparing it to what happened to Ngannou right after securing the bag. These are direct quotes people are throwing around online, not confirmed facts, but they're spreading fast and hitting nerves. There's also another angle people won't stop pushing. A few are saying it could have been a freak accident, but claim the video looked performative. Some even said he looked unscathed, and that breaking the script put a target on his back. According to that crowd, him surviving was a fluke, and they think something else might happen later to make him regret stepping out of line. Others, though, are pushing back hard, saying none of this was an attack at all, and people are reaching way too far. Now, some people online are pushing an even darker angle, and it's blowing minds everywhere. Instead of Anthony being the target, they're claiming he supposedly agreed to sacrifice 2 close friends who died in the crash. One fan straight up wrote, "I think everyone's missing the point. I don't think Anthony Joshua was to die. I think he had to pay the price of a sacrifice from people he loved in order to make that money or whatever." That comment alone dragged the whole sacrifice theory right back into the spotlight, and folks are not letting it go. A lot of this talk circles back to things Kanye said years ago, and people keep repeating it non-stop. Kanye once claimed his own mother, Dondo, was sacrificed for his success, and then he went on naming different industry figures who allegedly had to lose someone close to them in exchange for fame and power. He even said, "My mama ain't," a quote fans still bring up when they talk about this topic. None of this has proof, but online detectives keep recycling it like it explains everything. So now fans are side-eyeing every detail of Anthony Joshua's accident like it's a crime scene. People are asking if this situation somehow fits the same pattern they swear they've seen before, even though there's no solid evidence backing it up. The speculation keeps snowballing, and the internet refuses to let this story cool off. Now, when it comes to the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight, people are saying things felt off from the very beginning. The match didn't play out how anyone expected, and fans keep replaying the footage saying it looks suspicious. Viewers pointed out AJ appearing to pull punches left and right, and early on it almost looked like he was trying to knock Jake out without fully unleashing. That alone had timelines buzzing non-stop. Then there's the moment everyone keeps looping over and over. When AJ allegedly broke Jake Paul's jaw, people swear Jake didn't look hurt. He looked shocked, like genuinely stunned. Fans keep saying his face read more like this wasn't supposed to happen than pain. At the same time, Joshua was grinning, almost laughing, locking eyes with him like he knew something Jake didn't. A lot of viewers say that reaction didn't feel natural at all. To many fans, it looked like someone realizing the script just got flipped. Now people are asking if this was meant to be another show business fight where Jake walks away the winner. Some are speculating Anthony was allegedly paid up front to take the fall, but then switched it up at the last second and decided to teach him a lesson instead. None of this is proven, but the way the fight unfolded has people questioning everything. And now there's another clip going viral that's got people heated. It shows Jake allegedly telling AJ to stick to the script or else, and fans are treating it like a smoking gun. For years now, people have been whispering about the so-called Jake Paul curse, and the list of things tied to his opponents is starting to feel real uncomfortable. He's fought around 13 people, and a shocking number of them later dealt with serious personal or health issues. People keep bringing up Mike Tyson, who nearly died not long before their fight. Reports say he needed multiple blood transfusions, lost a huge amount of blood due to a bleeding ulcer, and stayed hospitalized for weeks. Then there's Nate Robinson, who basically vanished from the spotlight after fighting Jake. Ben Askren nearly died too after suffering lung failure, and Woodley went from being a top-level fighter to publicly announcing bankruptcy. Fans say that pattern is hard to ignore. Then you've got Tommy Fury, whose life seemed to unravel fast. His marriage reportedly fell apart, his career stalled out, and momentum vanished. Ryan Borland straight up quit boxing and became a plumber. On top of all that, people are pointing at what they call weird symbolism around Jake himself. He's got a large, all-seeing eye tattoo on his chest, plus other ink featuring skulls, demons, and esoteric designs that people link to occult-style imagery. All of it just keeps feeding the online frenzy. And then there's that tongue thing Jake does in almost every fight, and people will not let it slide. One person on X wrote, "Remember that most recent Jake Paul fight at the end when he was doing the lizard tongue to Joshua?" They followed it up by claiming that was Jake symbolizing to Joshua that he'll later have to answer to the reptilian elites. Another user jumped in saying, "Call me crazy, but this whole Anthony Joshua incident felt like someone was trying to remind him who really pulls the strings." These quotes are spreading fast and setting timelines on fire. A lot of fans are now saying it felt like someone didn't follow the script during the fight, pointing at the tongue gesture and other moments as some kind of coded communication. Some think money was lost behind the scenes, and that's why things got tense afterward, at least in their opinion. None of this is proven, but people swear the vibes were off from start to finish. Then there's the number that keeps popping up and has everyone scratching their heads, 33. Apparently, the first fight pulled in 33 million viewers, and it also happened to be Anthony Joshua's 33rd professional fight. Fans quickly did the math and pointed out his record shows 29 wins and 4 losses, and 29 plus 4 equals 33. That coincidence alone sent people digging deeper. Now, some are saying sometimes a number is just a number, while others argue that once you understand how powerful groups allegedly operate, you can't put anything past them. And that's where the internet is stuck right now, all circling back to one big unanswered question. So what really happened here? Was that car crash just a tragic coincidence, or was there something much darker behind it? Some people are convinced it was meant as a warning because Anthony went off script and didn't play his role the way he was allegedly expected to. Others believe it was supposed to be far worse, that it was meant to end his life as punishment for embarrassing the wrong people on the biggest stage possible. Then there's the most disturbing theory of all, the idea that Anthony may have done exactly what Kanye claims happens in the industry, that people are forced to sacrifice those closest to them in exchange for success, power, or protection. It sounds unbelievable, but the timing, the coincidences, and the patterns have people spiraling hard online. Every detail is being re-examined like it's part of some hidden blueprint. Or maybe none of that is true at all. Maybe people are just reading way too deep into something tragic. Maybe this was nothing more than a terrible accident that just happened to occur shortly after AJ's fight with Jake. No secret messages, no warnings, no scripts, just an unfortunate moment that people are connecting dots around. But what do you think? Was this part of something bigger and darker, or are people completely losing it trying to force a story that was never there? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, subscribe for more deep dives, share this with someone who needs to see it, and don't miss the next video, because this story is far from over.